Asa, let's go, Asa.
Hello everyone, welcome to Fundi Talk Student, your podcast for student champions. My name is Piwe Masuku. Today we'll be talking about student side hustle. And we are joined in studio by Kutlwano Rabaji, who's going to be taking us through his journey of starting a side hustle and to a corporate professional. Welcome Kutlwano. Let's take it from the beginning. How did you start side hustling as a student?
Thank you for having me. So, I did my studies at UJ, and I've just always had a passion for building something, building brands, selling something. And I think as a student, you just get so used to having to keep yourself busy and keep your mind busy, keep your mind active. So, I started my first, what I consider side hustle in university. It was a clothing brand.
Okay.
Because I really had a passion for design and clothing design, just building a brand. So my two main side hustles in university were clothing brand, and the second one was selling sneakers.
Wow.
So I used to sell sneakers in university.
Where did you find the time? Obviously, you are a student and now you have a clothing brand and now you're selling sneakers.
So somehow I found time. As students, you have those peaks during the year when it's exam season, assignment season. But between those peaks, there is some time, So I found some time somehow. And I think I had easy access to the things I was selling. So it didn't require too much time from me to go out and source these things and come back and sell them. So it wasn't too bad.
So tell us, what motivated you to start the side hustle? I mean, you're a student. Was it the passion? Was it the free time? What was it?
So two things. The first one was passion. Like I said, I've got a very strong passion for building brands. So the clothing brand was just out of passion. And the second one, I needed to find a way to make some extra money. So that's where the sneaker thing came in. Because sneakers, they don't take too long. It's a product that's already made, it's already manufactured. All you do is buy it, put a markup, sell it. So it was quick money. So it was a combination of those two. Passion and the need to just get some extra money.
So what I'm getting from you is that when you have the passion for something, it becomes easier to make it part of your routine and your day-to-day running. And now you're also making more money as a student. So how did you manage your finances? What did you do with the money? Did you save? What did you do with the funds?
I would love to say I saved it and I invested, but I didn't. I didn't. I think naturally as a student, a lot of the money goes towards fun.
Yes.
If you have extra money, obviously there's responsibilities that you have to cover. But once you've covered those, a lot of the money, I couldn't even tell you what I spent it on now. So when I first started, it wasn't as responsible as I'd like it to be.
So with your spending, would you say it's because you had no knowledge of how to save the funds? Because obviously now it's extra cash, and I'm assuming that your parents or your bursary, if you had one, was taking care of the basics thing. Is it because you didn't know how to save, or is it because you just wanted it for fun and that's what you spent it on?
I think it's both. So firstly, I stayed in Johannesburg. So I wasn't at res. I stayed at home.
Okay.
So I didn't have that additional cost of now I'm living by myself. I need to buy my own groceries. So I stayed at home. So the only thing I needed money for was transport and a bit of spending money.
Yes.
So in the beginning, it was a matter of me not knowing that I needed to buy. Budgeting wasn't a necessity for me, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I just needed extra money so I can buy those shoes, or extra money because there's a big weekend coming up and we need to those type of things. So there's a combination of a lack of knowledge and also me not finding it important at the time, which I later realized was a big mistake.
So obviously it brought some independence because now you're buying your own sneakers, you can look the part in the weekend without having to ask. How did that make you feel?
So the independence was an amazing feeling. Because number one, I mean, we all know the financial stress that our parents are under. We see it every single day. We know how hard they work and, they struggle to make ends meet sometimes. So being able to stand on your own 2 feet, it might not have been for everything, But at least for some things, I don't have to go back home and say, "Ish, kikopa, kikopa." You know, you can handle some things on your own. So it is a very empowering feeling. Yeah.
Amazing. So now a lot of students are actually watching this and they're thinking, what are some of the common side hustles that they can engage in? Obviously, with your guidance, with passion, and finding the time. What are some of those side hustles that you can give us that are common?
So what I would say is, before you go into the list of common side hustles,
Yes.
what I would say is passion.
Yeah.
If you're following your passion, passion doesn't always become quick money in your pocket. That's what everyone needs to understand.
Yes.
Passion is not always quick money. So sometimes you need to look outside of your passion to pick up on what are the trends, what are people selling, what do people need. It might not be something you're passionate about, but if you have access to it, it's something that you can quickly go out, find, and resell. So as a student, I would say there's basically two options when it comes to side hustles. There's a skill-based hustle where it's based on your skill. If you're good at speaking or good at writing, you can be a copywriter, you can be, you can start your own channel, start your own podcast, speak about things that people want to hear. Maybe you're good at taking pictures, you can start freelancing as a photographer. So those are sort of your skill-based hustles. Then you get a product-based hustle.
Okay.
That's a situation where you've identified that people need something and you have easy access to that specific product that they need. So it's just a matter of buying that product, adding your markup, and finding a way to deliver it to the end user. So those are sort of the two streams you have as a student. You need to first select, is it skill-based or is it product-based? Or sometimes it could be a combination of both.
So I like how you're describing, how to even consider some of these side hustles, because you're touching on a lot of trends that we are seeing. TikTok opened the space for influencers to, showcase their talents. It showcases a lot of things. There's products that you can buy. There's a lot of content that we are actually consuming from there. So this is things that are currently happening, that are in our spaces, and it's available at the tip of the hand. So now let's take it back to, you started a side hustle. Where are you now with side hustling? Has it now gone to become something big, and how did it even contribute to your profession?
I think it contributed big time to my profession. So I was studying marketing.
Yes.
So I did a BCom marketing, and I was in love with the marketing space, advertising, being creative, helping a business grow through creativity. So side hustles really help you understand how business works. So you understand that you need to meet your customer's need, you need to deliver, you understand things like customer service, how to price your products, and everything that influences why customers buy. So when you start going into corporate, it's a big value that you can offer the business, because you go in already understanding how businesses operate. So for me, going in from a marketing perspective, you go in with that basic understanding that, okay, the main objective of this thing is to make money. So how do I help this business make money? So it's like a mindset shift, because you know the struggles of running a business. You know that sometimes you'll sit with stock and no one's interested. Just because you have it doesn't mean people are interested. So it helps with the creativity as well, big time. You have to find creative ways of getting this product into customers' hands and making sure they want it to begin with.
So now you are a corporate professional. Are you still side hustling? And did your side hustling that you started as a student translate into something that you're now looking forward to, a business or a project on the side?
I am still side hustling. I don't think it's something that I'll ever stop, because I just love building things from the ground up. So the side hustles that I had as a student and the side hustles I have now, I think they informed my career path. And they strengthened my career path and the decisions I make. So I started as an intern in the marketing space. I really enjoyed marketing because it helps
get the basics, get everything rolling.
Yes.
The theory and the practicality of it.
Exactly. And it solves that question I had when I started side hustling. The biggest question was, how do I make whatever I have relevant to
Yes.
people. Like, I know you need it, but how do I tell you that you need it? You know, how do I help you identify the fact that you need it?
And make you like it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And make you want to buy it. How do I influence you and make you take money out of your pocket to buy this thing? So I started in marketing. From marketing, I moved to what we call product management.
Yes.
And product management is basically taking the skills you learn through your side hustle or business you're growing on the side and applying them in a business.
Yes.
So it goes back to what need do you see? What are you solving?
Yes.
How do you solve that need?
Yes.
What product can you develop or buy somewhere else that will solve Spiwe's need?
Yeah, definitely.
From there, how do I make this thing relevant to you as Spiwe? You know, what are the things that make you tick?
I can almost feel the passion and the time that's been invested into this project or this business idea that you are alluding to. Can you show and tell? Now we want to see that, you know, from marketing to now product, it's all aligned and it's giving you the skills and it's giving you the exposure as well. What is this thing that you are busy with?
So there's a very exciting project that we've been working on. And going back to first identifying the need, the biggest pain point with I think most adults is this thing called anxiety.
Always.
This thing called stress.
Yes.
You just feel tired. You just feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
And I mean, we are living very stressful lives, right?
Definitely.
And what I've noticed is outside of finances, that anxiety is one of the reasons people don't chase their dreams. It's the reason people don't start the businesses that they've always wanted to start, you know. It's the reason people don't live the best version of themselves.
Yeah. Overthinking, not knowing what's going to happen.
You're worried, insomnia, you can't sleep at night,
Yeah.
right? So we went out and thought, how do we solve that problem for people? Because once we can solve that problem, I think you'll be better suited to live the best version of yourself and chase all those things that you wanted to chase.
Okay.
So there's a plant called cannabis, a very controversial plant.
Yes.
So cannabis has two properties,
Yeah.
mainly CBD and THC. We won't talk about THC because that's what gets you high.
I can always hear students and everyone going, now this is interesting.
Everyone is sitting up now.
Like, okay, this guy and this thing. Yes.
So if I could just explain the two main chemicals in cannabis, CBD and THC.
Definitely.
THC is what gets you high.
Yeah.
CBD is what I want to focus on now.
Okay.
CBD is the solution to the problem that I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
The anxiety, the stress, the body pains, the
calm
insomnia.
you, to give you
CBD has the power
Yeah.
to solve those issues for you.
Yes.
So it solves your anxiety, your stress. It helps you with insomnia. You sleep a lot better at night.
Yeah.
It helps you with body pains.
Okay.
But now, just like in every side hustles,
Yes.
sometimes you see the problem, you have the solution,
Yes.
but people don't really like the solution you have.
Yeah.
Cannabis is it's still frowned upon.
Yeah. People don't want to touch
Dipache,
it. Yeah.
matekwane,
It's
there's
illegal.
those, you know?
Not swab.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yes,
we're missing out on all the benefits of
Definitely.
that
Yeah.
by looking at it as matekwane. No,
Yeah,
I don't want this thing.
yeah.
So we thought, okay, how do we repackage this thing? How do we present it in a more innocent, playful, and delicious way?
Yeah. Delicious. So I'm not smoking.
You're not smoking.
Okay.
How to
And I'm not
matekwane?
taking tea because everyone is talking about this tea
You're
now.
not taking drops, you're not taking
Okay.
pills, we're not
Okay.
adding to the list of pills you need to take every
Keep
morning.
going.
So we've developed Altitude.
Okay.
So Altitude is a first of its kind cannabis infused ice cream
Wow. Dessert.
dessert.
Okay.
Not only dessert,
Yes.
dessert that is infused with high quality CBD, dessert that has the power to reduce your anxiety, dessert that has the power to reduce your stress, improve your mood, help with body pains, help you sleep better at night, help remove all the noise that's in your head, all the voices that are telling you to stop.
Now hold it there. I'm now thinking I can go to that party, I can go to the family gathering and stay calm because I got my ice cream. I got my dessert. So this is now allowing me to be in spaces that I never thought I can actually be in, because now and then, you know, we don't want to engage with people because we don't want to know the outcome of the engagement, or there's this thing that's holding you back, your instincts. There's a lot, like you said, we're dealing with family questions, now that time is going there, they'll be asking you, did you graduate, what happened? So that fear of facing the reality. But now this is giving me a moment, let's call it a moment, and an experience to be myself to a certain extent. And can I take this every day?
Yes. In fact, it is recommended
It's
that
safe.
you take CBD as often as you can. It is safe.
This is interesting.
And in addition to that list of things you mentioned, it allows you to explore that side hustle that you've always wanted to start. Because a lot of students are sitting with ideas, but you are so scared to take the first step.
Yes.
Because you're thinking, what if it fails? What if I lose money? What if people think I'm stupid? What if? So all those what ifs quiets them down a bit, so you can be able to take that first step.
Who motivated you to start the side hustle, to get this far, where you look at something as a problem and translate that problem into a product, into a solution for the next person, and not only for yourself? Where did you get the motivation from?
A lot of motivation comes from my childhood, my family, the way I was raised.
Yes.
I think we can draw a lot of inspiration from how we grew up.
Okay.
So I grew up in a very entrepreneurial family.
Nice.
So on my dad's side of the family, my grandfather was a watchmaker.
Wow.
My uncle was a mechanic.
Okay.
So I grew up around people using skills to make money. Yeah. On my mom's side of the family, they owned a spaza. They used to have, remember the 50-cent games?
Yeah.
I still say to this day, my grandmother sold the best ice in Soweto. You won't find a better ice in Soweto.
Oh my God.
So she used to sell ice. She used to sell archer. She used
the
to
ice
sell
blocks.
Ice blocks.
Yeah.
She used to sell archer. She used to sell kotas. So I grew up seeing that in order to make a living, you need to build something. You need to make something that is relevant to people. So I think that's always the mindset that I've carried with me. What can I bring that is valuable and relevant to you?
So there's someone at home who's now thinking, you've been exposed, you've been in an environment that motivated you, that gave you the exposure firsthand to say, you need to start something. You need to take pride into, seeing something grow, into generating your own income and the dependency. So this person is now thinking, wait a minute, where do I go? And is there forums? Is there platforms? Or yourself, how do I get hold of you? Because I have this idea, but maybe I need to be mentored. Maybe I need a few ideas into making this thing as big as you've done with the ice cream, with the dessert, and the experience. So where do they go?
So I think now is one of the best times to start anything.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to wait for a conference. You don't need to wait to have a mentor.
Yes.
You don't need to wait for that millionaire or billionaire to ask for your number and coach you. You don't need to wait for anything anymore.
Yeah.
All the information you need is available online.
Yes.
You can even go to TikTok. There are people that have dedicated their profiles to coaching you about how to start a business, how to grow your business, how to find suppliers. That's all you need. Just go online and find the information. And I think the most important thing that you need to do is take a step back and really think about what your strengths are. What do you have available to you?
Yeah.
Are you good at baking?
Yes.
Are you good at doing nails?
Yeah.
Are you good at installing lace frontal?
Making
whatever it is.
Yes.
Or sometimes it's not even what are you good at. It's what do you have access to.
Yeah.
There's people that stay close. Let's use CBD for example. There's something that's coming up. It's a big side hustle now. They're called runners. So these are people that go into CBD. Something that no one else is comfortable to do. Even the people that go to CBD on a daily basis, you just go there, catch your taxi, go to work, go straight home. You don't want to spend too much time there.
Yeah.
So what runners do, they go into CBD, they find all the products that are available in CBD, clothing, accessories, furniture, everything. Then they come back and list them on TikTok, WhatsApp, Facebook Marketplace, add a markup, and sell it to you and I, people that don't, firstly, don't have time to go searching in CBD, and also a lot of people are scared to just walk around.
It's not everyone,
you know.
Joburg,
Yeah, so that's
No.
that's one example of use what you have access to.
Yeah.
Don't get caught in the trap of wanting to do something because it's popular, because it might work for me because my uncle has a factory, so I can easily go buy cell phone covers and sell them.
Yeah.
And then when you try to do the same thing, it's a lot more expensive for you because you don't have access to what's required to make that a success. So I think everyone has a combination of skill and access to something that they can sell. And lastly, just put pride aside. If you need to sell apples, sell apples, Joe. If you need to sell dikota, if you need to sell muffins, scones, sell what you need to sell, because that money that you make will not only fund your lifestyle and your responsibilities, it'll fund that thing that you're most passionate about.
Business.
Passion doesn't always bring money quickly.
No.
Passion brings money in the long term.
Yes.
So do something now that will bring extra income to fund that passion.
Invest your time. So, I'm getting that it's not only about us going to study, this course and expecting to be hired. If you start early, if you catch this thing early and you invest in it, you can actually be your own boss. You can actually hire your peers and be like, come and work for me because I got this thing that's going on. And we can be great without expecting, to go for a job interview. You can interview the candidates yourself. And that dependency of giving someone an opportunity, that exposure in the market of having your name on something or being able to give somebody, meet them halfway, basically. So this thing is amazing. And I'm now reflecting on my journey as a student as well. And, with the passion and everything, at some point I had to do hair. I'm still passionate about hair, but it's all about the time. So I had to do hair and also, identify the areas where you can be able to sell yourself. So my skill was in the bathroom. So every lady goes in the bathroom and there's a poster there that says, hey, here's someone who can come and do a house call for you. Yep. So it's all these things that we are kind of shying away from. And the pride of saying, I will not be able to do my peers' hair. It's money. It's the bag. Yep. We're not here. Pride is not going to pay bills. And it's stressful as it may be, just do it. Yeah. What are you waiting for?
Exactly.
And I'm overwhelmed about this information. And your last thought, your advice to someone who's started now and has got that anxiety that keeps kicking. They have that voice that keeps coming to them to say, it's not going to be successful. And then often we get people that say, your close people will not support you. Most often it's strangers that believe in your hustle. What do you want to say to them?
So firstly, CBD, that's the first step. It'll calm everything down.
Yes.
It'll clear your mind so you can think a lot clearer.
Yes.
But what I would say to anyone that is anxious about starting, just expect failure. Yeah. As weird as that sounds. The first time you do something will not be the greatest. No. It'll suck. Yeah. It will be terrible. Yes. There's people around you that won't believe in your dream. Don't expect everyone to believe in your dream. It's your dream. We have our own dreams to believe in. Yeah. So don't be discouraged by people not believing your dream. That's going to happen. Yes. You need to believe firmly in what you're doing. Yeah. And secondly, don't take anything around you for granted. Yes. You mentioned something very important, that when you were doing hair, you used to put posters in the bathroom. Yeah. That in the business world is called strategy. You have a product, you have a service to sell, you identify who your customers are, you identify where to find those customers. Yes. You put a poster there so your customers can reach you. That entire process is strategy. Yes. It's not just the poster in a bathroom. Yes. So even if you end up not building your own business and you end up maybe in the corporate space, you've already built the skills that you would need to succeed in the corporate space. Yes. Because now you can understand how to position your product, how to speak to customers. So don't take anything around you for granted. And then I think thirdly is just do it. Just do it. Don't expect to be a millionaire in 2 days. No. Just do it. Just do it.
Wow. What an interesting conversation. Thank you so much, Kutlwano, for joining us. And we're looking forward. We're looking forward to enjoying the ice cream as dessert in a family gathering and on our day to day, as it's safer to do so. As we wrap up, student side hustles are very important. Don't take your passion for granted. You have a skill that you've learned and that you are very good at. Take that skill and translate it into doing something beneficial for yourself, and probably, in the near future, as Kutlwano was saying, that it will be some source of income that you are looking forward to. It can be a big business. Look around your friends, look around your surroundings, and find those things that are missing so that you can connect the dots, so that you can create a full network. You can solve something. You can give something to somebody who's not thinking about it. But the most important thing is, remember that side hustle money, we still need to learn how to save it, because you need the funds to start up your business, the next idea, or to grow it to a next level, because you will not be at the same stage all the time. And you are studying. Balancing your time is very important with your studies, because at the very least, your priority now is like being a student. I'm focusing, but balance the two. We have time. When you go partying, take those earrings and go sell them the earrings, because someone's earring fell off and now they want to complete the look. It's the small things that counts. Thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate you, and we hope that you will be joining us with the next podcast as we bring all these topics, as we bring the information, where to find, how to locate, how to do the best things that has never been done by anybody else, or improve what they've done. Thank you so much, and take care.
No more